Hi guys, it is just now turned 6 o'clock in the evening on Saturday, January 17th, and I'm doing Immortallium's 24-hour manga challenge. This is my cat Nudge. I started at 3:30, so 2.5 hours, which was longer than I had really wanted to take. This is what I read. Sugar Princess. This was a sports manga. And it took me about an hour and a half to read volume 1, which was a lot longer than I thought. There's a couple of things. I really liked this manga because it is rated A for all audiences. Anyone of any age who can read this, or who is able to read this, can read this. There's nothing bad, there's anything in there that's inappropriate for children. This is a story, and forgive me if I mispronounce the names. There is a junior high school girl, probably more like middle school here in the United States. But anyway, her name is Maya, and she takes her little brother to the local ice skating rink. And, of course, she's never been skating there before, and she's trying to get him, help him skate, and she attempts to do this double axel, and she lands it. And there's a coach there, and his name is Mr. Todo, T-O-D-O. And he has watched her. So then he coaches this skater named Shun, S-H-U-N. And Shun used to be a pairs skater. And Shun's sister, he skated with his sister. And his sister got very sick, and his sister passed away. So he hadn't skated pairs since then. He was wanting to skate singles. Well, the coach saw Maya do this double axel, and so later he came to her school and asked her to be a part of the skating team and join his rink. So she thought about it, and she ended up joining the rink, and instead of the coach coaching her, the coach told Shun that he had to coach her. And Shun was really, he didn't want to coach her. And he was kind of mean and kind of strict, and gradually during this process he becomes a little nicer to her, a little bit less strict, and he starts to like her, and then he starts to help her, and eventually the two of them end up becoming pairs in this skating competition. And at the beginning of the second book, end of the first, beginning of the second book, we learn that the skating rink is going to be closed because it's not making a profit. So they struck a deal, and if anyone from the rink can place in the top 3 or the top ranks at this competition, the skating rink would stay open. So the owner said that had to be the newest skater. Well, Maya was the newest skater. So she and Shun paired up, and they practiced and to enter this competition so they could save the skating rink. Now, I'm not going to do any spoilers, but the second book is about them practicing and for the competition, and what happens at the competition, and what happens with the rink. So, yeah, you really need to read it to see what happens, because I don't want to do any spoilers. Okay, the reason it took me so long, the first book especially was very difficult to read because it has a lot of places with very, very tiny, tiny print that I wanted to read, and I just had an awfully hard time seeing it. So that's why it took me so long. And these are prescription glasses. from the doctor. These are my bifocals. And even with those on, I had a very difficult time. And it's just, this is just one of the places. See, there's my little fingernail, and the words are just so tiny. So that was what was difficult. The second book was a little bit easier. The print was a little easier for me to read, so it didn't take me quite as long. This one took about an hour and a half to finish, and I was hoping to finish it in an hour. So about an hour into it, I got this horrible headache from trying to read this small print, so I had to stop for 15 minutes, take a break, get me something to drink, fix my supper, and then I continued. I finished this one, and then I read this one in less than an hour. But anyway, one of the things I liked about it, I love the artwork in it. The artwork is really awesome. It's amazing. I like how it's drawn. There are no colored pictures in it, but yeah. In the first book, let me show you, like at the beginning of each chapter, they would talk about an actual real ice skater, or a skating pair, or someone famous in the skating world that's a real person. So I really liked that. See if I can quickly find another one. Oh, and also in this book, they have this little pet cat. So cute. And he appears every now and then, so it adds a little bit of humor and character to the book. So it's cute. Let's see, I'm still looking for another one. Now that I say that, I can't find it. Oh, one of the other things that I like is there's some side panels, and sometimes they're underneath, but this is not part of the actual story right here. This is like author's notes of things she thinks, things she wants, things she does, a little bit about her life. So that's really cool because you get to know the author as you go along in the story. So I really liked that. I would like to read some more by this author. Like here. See, they show real ice skaters. But yeah, it's a really good book. This one didn't have like the ice skaters between the chapters, but the artwork was still amazing. There's a couple of twists and cute things that happen in it that I won't go into because I don't want to give too much of a spoiler. But I will say that it does have a good ending. And Maya, I forgot to tell you, she and her family, they have a large family, and they're not rich. I would say they are lower middle class, maybe. They don't have a lot of money. And so they can't really afford lessons and things. And she can't afford skates. And she can't afford, like a uniform. So this book tells what she did, how she got her uniform. And I don't want to spoil it because it's really cute. And yeah. I really liked it. I think this would be geared to what I would call middle school children in the United States, which I know the grades and ages and things are different between different countries, but here we call middle school 4th, 5th, and 6th. I would say this is more geared towards 4th and 5th. And when you are in 4th grade, you are about 9 years old. And when you are in 5th grade, you're about 10. So I would say 9, 10, 11-year-olds that this would be really appropriate for. But any age who would like to read it can read this. So this is a really cute manga series, and I loved it. I don't know how to pronounce the author's name. I don't know how to pronounce her name, and I apologize for that. So you can see a close-up of this on the screen. And yeah, I would like to get some more by her. Okay, the next thing in this manga reading marathon is one of the required categories. This was a sports manga, this was an optional category. So one of the required categories is a manga before 1990. So what I have picked for my manga before 1990 is Blackjack. This is by Osamu Tezuka, and I have Volume 1 and Volume 2. There are several volumes out there. Some of them are hard to get, some of them are expensive to get, but these are the ones I have, so these are the ones I'm going to read. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. Blackjack, kind of, not having read it, but on the back it says it chronicles the travails of a surgeon for hire who is more good than he pretends to be. So this is just stories about a surgeon. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to reading these two. I'm not sure how long it will take me, but I'm getting ready to start, and it is 6:11 now in the evening, so I'm gonna go read these, and I'll be back. So thanks for watching. Bye.